My name is Zinthiya Ganeshpanchan. I'm the founder of the Zinthiya Trust, a charity that I set up in 2009 with the aim of supporting women and girls and families to be free from poverty and abuse. So, under our main stream, there's four areas of work that we focus on. That is, one is violence against women and girls, but also working with women and families, providing money, debt, and energy advice. In addition to that, we provide practical help such as school uniforms, food banks, a community shop, but also upskilling women and young people through volunteering and work placements and skills development activities.
And what drove you to set it up then?
So I'm originally from Sri Lanka, and Sri Lanka is, of course, a developing country. And when I was growing up, of course, we had a conflict, and I saw the violence and the abuse and the inequalities that people faced. And I think so. I always wanted to work in the sector with working with women and girls. But then when I moved it here, I saw the same thing happening in many different forms, and that is when I decided that I would continue to do what I'm passionate about.
So you've got quite a personal reason for.
On one hand, like for example, if you take violence against women, no one of us is immune to violence because one in four women at some point would have faced abuse. So you might be safe in your homes or in your workplaces or in schools, but when you get onto the streets and when you're in the wider society, also the cultural forms of abuse that women's lives are governed. So I'm not immune to any of that, and so hence I think, but doing the work that I do along the years, what I've understood, it's no longer about one person's personal experience, but it's about the collective experiences that we all go through.
And how rewarding is this work for you?
It can be challenging, but equally rewarding, and especially in times like this when violence against women is on the increase, when cost of living crisis, we are facing a cost of living crisis when many families and individuals are facing money, debt issues, mental health, and so there's many challenging issues as a society. But so therefore, work can be challenging. But equally, when you see somebody who's you supported and have changed their lives or transformed their lives and come out of the other side, it can be very rewarding.
So with the cost of living crisis and everything like that, do you think the charity is more important than ever then?
It's unfortunately yes, because I think, for example, we as a charity before COVID, we would have supported about 1,000 people a year, but during COVID time, it skyrocketed to like over 3,000 people a year. But then that trend has continued, and increasingly we are seeing lots of people, not only people who are in unemployment or not only women who are facing abuse, but also there are lots of people coming to us who are in employment facing in-work poverty, because what they are getting at the end of the month is not enough to cover their bills, especially so there's some of them have to make the choice whether paying towards their gas and energy or to pay for food. So those are the kind of challenges that the society is facing right now.
And how does the charity work? Do you have a group of people helping you, and how much?
So we have paid staff. There's about 18 of us working on different projects and the food banks and the cafes and etc. But also we have a group of volunteers who come in regularly and support us with many different activities. So that can be from helping from in the food bank, but also becoming a community champion and supporting other people in the community. So there's many opportunities for people to get involved with.
Yeah. So how can members of the public help then? Is it a donation?
So yes, we are always looking for donations with food and essential items such as sanitary products, hygiene products. So bedding, I mean good quality bedding for the refugees and things like that. But also cash donations, if you are able to do that, that would be more than welcome.
And what are some of the charity's biggest achievements, and what are you most proud of with it?
So I think existing for the last 13 years in a situation where there's increasingly charities are facing challenges is one of our major achievements. But also, for example, over 85% of my current staff and volunteers have been previous service users, which I'm very proud of, and out of which about 40% are also ex-offenders and who's never gone back to reoffending. So I think those are some of the achievements. But in the past, I think we've been recognized as the charity of the year and won many awards and things like that. So that says that we're doing something right and which we are proud of.
And how does it feel for the charity to have the support of PKAR this year?
I think we greatly appreciate the support, and I think it's a support that which is very timely because, like I said earlier, charities, especially small charities at grassroots levels, are facing many different challenges. and one of that can be to generate support from the wider community, because these are hard times for everyone, and so sometimes the donations, whether in kind or in cash, can be very little for us comparing to the previous years. But the demand on the charity has increased, so having the support can make a massive is a massive help for us.
And what would you say to people to get for them to get involved with them helping the charity?
So we would always welcome you to come and see the good work that we do. Come and visit us at any time. We are based on Bishop Street, facing the Town Hall Square. Come and see what we do, and then you will understand the nature of the work that we do. But also you will find opportunities for you to get involved. But if you don't have, if you can't get involved as a volunteer or give your time, then always we're looking for donations, like I said, in kind, especially food and sanitary products these days, because the demand on food bank and the community shop has increased because of people are struggling to make ends meet. But also we have emergency accommodation that we have to provide, free accommodation and food, sanitary products for women fleeing abuse. So always the demand is there, but we are also looking for people who can just become ambassadors and raise funds for us, or simply donate whenever they can, where possible.
Okay, great. Thank you very much for that.
Thank you.